All right, team. We are back. Um, and for all of you that, again, change of times, all sorts of things, but for all of you that tried to jump on last week, uh, I had to relocate for a week. We've still got some restrictions and things in New Zealand around virus stuff. So I had to relocate and postpone this catch up until today. So just for any of you that went to log on last week and were like, I'm sure I checked the time, uh, nothing's happening, you most likely had the time absolutely perfect, absolutely correct. I just had to make a change of plans because it wasn't here. So we're back. It's all happening. Life is good. There's been a lot of shows happening, which has been very nice. Very, very good fun. It's been it's been a very interesting year. It's probably the same for all of you as well. So, um, jumping on today, it literally is me turning up again. I have coffee. Yes. We can chat about whatever. It's been great seeing a bunch of people start to really dive into the RC600 and be using it at shows and things now, which is awesome. Simon, yo, and Wallace, hey, how's it going, team? Nice to have you here. Ah, this is cool. Um, I was reminiscing some old gig days with you, Simon. Just not so long ago, actually. Chatting with friends. So, how are you? Some good times. I've been busy doing a bunch of gigs, which has been good. Having a lot of fun. Yeah, finally got to make it. Um, Cheers. Yeah, I've been changing a few times around and all sorts of things, and this was supposed to happen last week, but it didn't. Um, but yeah, it's been. I'm curious actually, Wallace, if you've jumped in with the RC600 for your shows or not. Um, what's happening in York? If you're still in York, Simon, that's it. We haven't chatted. Um, but yeah, it's been cool seeing a few more things posted online and people using it and digging it. Um, I still haven't gone there, so I've gone. I'm going to keep repeating this at this point until it happens. But I keep getting a bunch of messages of people because I think of a couple of videos that I made. People going, "How's the RC600? What's happening?" I don't have it. I'm still using the RC300, and I have a reliable, excellent setup. Um, and Graham, nice, you got the 600. The biggest thing is I just have not had a window, as you'll have noticed from the lack of videos on the channel, had a window to sit down and actually learn it and um, transfer what I do now to a new pedal and understand it. It just takes a lot of time. Simon, I'm good. It would be great to do some more gigs when the logistics work out. Yeah, are you? I feel like I've seen you back to doing a few gigs, which is awesome, man. Um, but yeah, hopefully that continues to grow and build for you. It's like I feel like for a lot of us, it's coming out the other side of the last couple of years, just yeah, getting into suddenly being able to perform and do things and be like, what is the new normal of how we operate as musicians now? So, well, I'm using it with the Morningstar MC8. It's amazing, awesome, nice. I I was I nearly made a video on the channel saying I have a confession. Um, and that is that I didn't. I had the opportunity finally to get an RC600, and I went, you know what? Like, I'm not going to yet. And the main reason being, I was like, when would I sit down with it? I wouldn't. there's not a lot of time at the moment. Oh, there's the same amount of time as usual. It's just packed with all sorts of different things. But calendar's bursting at the seams. Back to normal here. Awesome, brother. That's cool. Yeah. It has. It's yeah. It's been similar over here, which is a good problem. Um, but yeah, great to see you. You're all loving it. Um, and yeah, as people figure out more and more ways around some of the interesting interesting things, it's great to see those posted as well. It's a couple of good Facebook groups for it. But yeah, look, just jumping on. I have nothing set in stone for topics or things this morning. Just generally jumping on to say hi, connect in, and have a chat. So, writing much, I haven't been at all. Um, I literally have. So a bunch of things changed. Shimna, I'll connect you, Simon. Just landed in London. Um, you guys would have a great time if you end up hanging out, playing tunes, and connecting. Like, um, I see the two of you having a lot of laughs and good musical combo creativity stuff. So I'll send you both a message and connect you. Um, but I haven't been writing much. I've been literally after this. I will jump off. I've put together a new combo with another violinist, Marika, who's amazing. She's awesome. We've been doing some shows together and getting our vibe and feeling into that. And then I filmed some of our live stuff as well just recently, and we been doing all the photo sessions, redoing so much of the promo thing, and yeah, just I've got to send some stuff off to a festival today that I promised I would send yesterday. Sorry, team. So yeah, it's been a little bit of musical admin as those things change and you realize how much you've built up in terms of having things online ready for shows and events. And if someone's like, hey, can you send us through a photo, you're like, absolutely. In fact, we had a great gig up north where I literally put up a photo of Shimna and I just because Marika and I didn't have any photos, was like, great violin duo, is available, and the venue was like, can we use that photo for promo of the show? And they said, nah, look, we've got more coming and happening. I'll send it, like, literally tomorrow I will send you our promo stuff. That's not the same actually the same duo that will be appearing. Anyway, I sent them the new photos and they went with the old one anyway, so so maybe we need to up our game. But yeah, it's just been a bit of fun juggling that side of musician life at the moment. So I don't know if she knows, to be honest. Like, I think I'll connect you, and then as she figures out her plans or whatever happens, or if you happen to be heading down, then maybe it'll work to say hi. But I'll let you. She literally bought a one-way ticket, so she'll be floating around, and at some stage, if it works to connect, then you'll connect, and if not, probably not. But very awesome songwriter too, just like you. So yeah, I think that'd be fun. Anyway, Sean. Hi Dave, how you doing with the Zoom live track L8 or 8? I'm doing great with it. Thank you. Yeah, really enjoy. Like, this is what I'm using now, which is running the audio for this, and that's what I've been using for live streams. Just super simple, because I can get a mix directly from the desk, and literally it's USB straight into the computer, so the audio's all there. It makes life simple. I have a new desk potentially coming. Shipping for things seems to still be interesting timing wise, which it was again just getting used to things aren't necessarily as smooth as before in terms of buying gear or the timing. So I've got an Allen and Heath desk that I'll be running, and again same reason as doing a lot of choices that I have gone with is I can record directly from that desk. So the L8 is great as a mobile. Part of why I bought it was because it's a mobile system and I can record the individual channels. So I can literally go out in the middle of a field and sit that on the ground, power it from a phone, battery powered system, and record 8 channels, which is pretty cool. The L20 much better for live shows because you've got compression and some better EQ options. It's still not marvelous, but it's pretty good for live shows. With digital discs though now, it's so good having those tools. Literally like surgical EQ. You know, when you're getting feedback at a venue and it's a certain frequency, and just with a bunch of those digital discs, you can, instead of, you know, the old racks of like a graphic EQ and pulling it out, you can literally do that as part of the digital discs, and you don't have to it almost gives you grace. You don't have to be so knowledgeable, is that maybe the right word, but often it will tell you exactly the frequency. You can see it on an RTA coming through the system where you're like, great, that's the frequency that's feeding back, and just drop it. Super handy for live shows. And the L8 definitely not good in that regard. It has the individual channel EQ, but the mid is a fixed EQ rather than sweepable. So when you're in China, I've never been to China, Sean, but Japan is most probably what you're thinking of. Did some shows over there. How did you record? I recorded one. Did I take the? I didn't take the L8 on that trip, so I took the Zoom H4, which is again Zoom product, great little recording device. It has 2 condenser microphones built in, a stereo pair, and the ability to plug in 2 additional sources, so 2 additional mics or a mic and a guitar. And yeah, in the road in Japan, I know the video you're talking about, and I have, Sean, there's a video where I actually talk specifically about how I record that stuff, and a link to the gear. And I use the Zoom H4n with 2 little condenser microphones. So Zoom H4n has phantom power, 2 little condenser microphones that are clipped, one for my vocals, and I'll usually hide it somewhere. I don't know what it's wearing on that day, but in a hoodie. You can even put it just under, like I could put it on my shirt here and cover it, and that, if you're not moving too much, that actually kills wind noise, which is amazing. Takes a little bit of EQ because you lose the top end by it being behind a thing, a shirt. But yeah, Sean, there's a video I did. It's with Lauren. I'm not sure what it. Let me check on the channel. Just what it's actually called. I think it's recording singer-songwriters. Let's just see if I can find it. It's called Recording Singer-Songwriters on my channel, and I just talk through the little mics and setup that I use. So hopefully that helps. Kancha, welcome along. David, your videos on TC Voice Live has helped me immensely keep up the good work. Do you reckon you'll be making any more Voice Live videos? Probably not at this moment, Kancha. Thank you, by the way, for your comments. I haven't been using the Voice Live 3 for quite a while now. It's a great unit, having everything all in once, but I've really enjoyed going back to it's become my spare unit. If something happened and I needed to jump in and do a gig, it's kind of like everything's ready to go. But I really enjoy the RC300. Having that extra track is amazing, and the setup I've got now with the looping as the focus just meant that going back to the Voice Live 3, because you're switching layers, because you're switching screens, I really didn't like it. Can I say that? Yeah. I really didn't like going back to it, even though that was my main unit for a long time. So if there's something in particular that you'd like to learn or you want to know about it, feel free to shoot me a message. I'd be happy to maybe make a video if there's something specific that you want, but it's unlikely I'm going to be doing too many more videos on it. So, sorry. Rex, welcome along. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Our life goes back to normal where you are. Yes. Very much from Washington DC. Nice. I have a friend of mine that's moved over that way, Rex, so who knows, maybe I will appear at some point back over there. For the moment, yeah, very much enjoying gigs and the live music scene being back to normal. Just starting to we're in winter now, and festivals for the summer look like they're going ahead, which all got cancelled, stopped, juggled around, postponed, that sort of thing over our last summer. But it is all happening, and we're back to playing, which is partly why there's not nearly so much on the channel. I've been getting together a bunch of new promo stuff and that side of things, and yeah, and then just busy doing a lot of live shows again, which has been great. Very happy about it, but it also has sort of, all of a sudden it was like, okay, right, shows are back, and that's happening. So oh, Sean, you're most welcome, man. I hope it helps you. Hope you find it and gives you some ideas, perhaps, to sort it out. Kancha, yes, powering the VLX with a power bank. Look up myvolts.uk. They have a specific power cable that goes from the VL3 to or 3X, is the same power supply, VL3X to a USB, and you can just use a phone power bank to charge it. So I have done that, and used that for, like, if you want to do busking, or you're playing at a market or a wedding where there's, you know, a ceremony where you're off down the end of a garden or something. But yeah, myvolts.uk, highly recommend. And you can just search. So for those of you that are trying to power some of your pedals or loop pedals, they're excellent. They've got really good support. Had some chats with them. but they make it's called a ripcord, which is power supply from a pedal. And the one, again, make sure you buy the right one. The Voice Live 3 power is inverted to how most power supplies are. So just make sure you get the right one. But it will say on their website that it's for the Voice Live 3 or the VL3X. And then you can just literally power it from a phone power bank, which is great. Rex, have you ever considered using a Digitech Trio Plus for your live performance? No. The answer is yes, I have considered it, and no, I wouldn't use it. The only reason being, so I have the Trio, not the Trio Plus with the looper, but the only reason being is when it senses what you're playing, it doesn't give you exactly the same groove each time. And I mean, that's subtle differences in what we play. But even with the settings, I don't want to spend the time to go through and kind of program pre-record stuff. It's not what I do, but could work really well for someone else. But sometimes you get a slightly different, you'll play and you're like, oh, I'm really liking that groove that it put on this setting. And the next time around, it's like, oh, it's giving me a different groove. I love using it for as a tool for home, for practice, for playing. Plug headphones in the back and just have some grooves, loop drums, bass line with the plus, obviously, what you're playing as well. But for me, I don't use anything with programmed drums as such. So yeah, but it's a great pedal. It's a great pedal. So I'm curious. Do you use it as part of your live setup? Yeah. Well, thanks, team. I am gonna make a move. It's nice to be back. If you're watching this as well, the little link down below, I will update when the next Ask Me Anything session is. They're moving around a little bit at the moment, and not testing out some different times. So I appreciate you jumping on today and saying hi. Nice to connect, and happy playing. And we will catch up with you most likely in a couple of weeks, and also after I get this promo stuff sorted on the channel. So the Trio Plus, I try to use it live. It's okay though, you're right, you need to save the songs to the SD card. Yeah, I mean, all of these pedals have really good things, and often have like something like that where you're like, okay, cool. Actually, if I go through and save stuff, it works really well. And then depending on how risky you're feeling, you're like, let's just do it. Or, with the different sections, saving them in. So lots of cool options. But yeah, it's awesome, man. It's great you've found a way to suss it for you. So thanks, team. Happy playing. We will catch up again soon. But I will say ciao at this point.